So this week I've been reacting to a video that really blew my mind away, and I hope it will do the same for you. So this town in Prato, Italy, they take old clothes, deconstruct them completely, take the fibers from those clothes and make new fabric. And I thought, that's such a cool concept. I really have to show you guys. Let me know how you think about this down in the comment section below, because this is amazing. And if we could do this as part of our, it's just as a regular thing, it can go a long way into saving a lot of these clothes from landfills and making our fashion sustainable. So I think this is pretty cool. Let's dive into it. Hello and welcome back. My name is Kate Alexandra, if you haven't met yet. And if you're looking to grow and maximize your African fashion business, this is the place to be. Just click on that subscribe button and join the family.
Most of our clothes will never get recycled. 99% will end up here, dumped and burned in landfill.
Our Earth at this point is not capable of absorbing the huge amount of clothing that is produced each year.
But what if all those wasted clothes could be saved and turned into something else? I've come to a town in Italy called Prato. This place has mastered a method to transform old scraps into new clothes.
Questo ci fa essere fieri.
What happens here is unique. There are hundreds of companies in this small district, and each specializes in one specific aspect of the process.
That's a very important point they're making right there. Each company in this town specializes in a particular part of the process. So not one company is doing everything. They compartmentalized and said, you be responsible for, let's say, tearing the fabrics apart. You be responsible of sorting the fabrics by color. Be responsible by sorting the fabric by, the type of fabric. And so I think this is another case for specialization. Each of these companies in this town are specialized to be, each company in this town are specialized components of this whole process. And I think that's just cool. This is cool. All right, let's keep going.
Whether it's spinning, weaving or designing. And today, incredibly, this town says it processes 15% of all recycled clothes in the world.
So this is your shirt. If it's too old for the charity shop, it gets sent for recycling. Here it's sorted by color, torn apart, washed, and then the new recycled material is taken and transformed to make new clothes with minimal waste.
So cool.
That was very quick. Let's go through the process again. You donate clothes. They arrive here from lots of different countries.
So I'm guessing this is the process of how mitumba get to Kenya. So once the donated clothes are sent out from the original countries, they go through this process of sorting which one is junk, which one is, has more life to it before they take it to the next step. So I think as far as sustainability is concerned, this portion of it is something I can be on board 100%. The portion where they take those other clothes and send them to other countries like Kenya and other developing countries, that's what I am a little bit against, because then those clothes come in and they completely destroy the local industry, the local fashion, the local textile industry, and that I'm not so much a fan of. But let's keep going.
All the garments that can't be sold second-hand are taken to this company nearby. Here, not only are they separated by color, but also by material.
I think these used to be trousers. Quanti vestiti vengono processati qui ogni giorno?
Circa 25 tonnellate al giorno.
25
The clothes
tons?
are put in this. It's called a carbonizing machine. It eliminates impurities from the wool. Then they go through this. It's like a giant washing machine. They're shredded, cleaned, and dried. This is the final result. Your old clothes.
That black, it kind of looks like old hair. It's kind of gross. I'm sorry, this is what I'm thinking when I see that. It looks like when you go to a barber shop and you have those like little hair fluffs. That's what that looks like. It's a little gross.
Have been transformed into these fine, fluffy wool fibers.
So at the end of the process, this is what the new recycled materials look like. They're placed here until a fashion brand buys them and uses them to make clothes.
Some people might say that you are using trash to make clothes.
Se questo era vero fino a qualche anno fa e quindi la parola rifiuto poteva essere un dispregiativo nel prodotto, oggi molti brand e molti retailer, proprio in funzione di salute.
This also confirms my hypothesis and my point that I'm saying that's where the world is moving. The world as a whole is moving towards sustainability, and people are looking for such fabrics, such sources where we know the fabric is coming from a sustainable source, that they're taking trash and making it into something new that we can keep using over and over again. So the world is changing towards sustainability, and that's where the trend is going. This is not something that's just passing. I think this is what's going to be the mainstay from now on when it comes to fashion, is that people are looking for fashion that's sustainable.
Salvare il pianeta, salvare l'ambiente, recuperare risorse.
Recycling wool is great for the environment. CO2 emissions are more than halved compared to when clothes are made from new material.
We have an immediate impact on animal welfare because you reduce the stress that you have to put on the animals to get the wool. Almost complete elimination of dyes because the way the wool is recycled is an assortment by color.
This is a method that's been passed on from father to son.
The culture in Prato is the kind of culture that we need across the entire fashion industry because it is based on collaboration that are local but are capable of showing how if these things are taken international or global scale, the entire industry could benefit.
And to add on to that, I think if we as Kenyans or we as Africans, we start these little small industries where we are recycling fiber even within our own communities. Can you imagine what kind of industry we would be building? Like if a whole town, say let's say Voi, for example, was known for recycling wool or known for recycling fabrics, then there'll be different types of companies in Voi that are specialized in sorting, in whatever they're doing to deconstruct it, in blending them together and spinning them. So it can give birth to a whole lot more jobs. It can give birth to a whole lot more industry, tourism. It's a business that's sustainable and profitable as well. So like this is doable. Being sustainable is doable. Look at what they're doing. We can definitely do this in Africa as well. So yeah, let me just keep talking. Keep watching. I'm talking too much.
The people of this town were forced to recycle clothes because they couldn't afford new ones. Now their methods, which have been honed over the past 100 years, could offer a way forward for a more sustainable fashion world.
Wow, bravo Prato, like for real. This has given me a new hope that we as Africans can definitely replicate this in our various countries. We, I think, need to really examine how or what our relationship is with fabric, with just raw material. It doesn't always have to be new. And the thing here, the complication comes because most of our fabrics are multicolored. Because I think for them, they can easily separate by color, because most of these fabrics that I've seen and most of these clothes that I've seen in this video, they're one color. Like they're color blocks, and if it's a blue sweater, they're blue sweaters. But with our fabrics, most of them have prints on them, so that kind of little bit will complicate the way we would do this. So right now, just like spitballing or just brainstorming right now, I see that as one of the many challenges, that our fabrics, most of them have different prints. So recycling that might be a little bit complicated, and we will need to think through that. However, for the other types of fabrics that are not, like, they don't have multiple types of prints or multiple colors, it is completely doable to do this. We have to learn how to do this and learn how we can adapt it for our own use. But it goes to show us that this is completely possible for us to do in Africa, for us to do in Kenya. And like I said before, I think this is where the world is going. People are looking for more sustainable sources of fabric, more sustainable fashion as a whole. So this is only going to continue. I don't see it stopping. I think it's only going to be another way people get fabric, not just from like just virgin cotton or virgin fibers. This is also going to be a way people get their fabric. And also the thoughts have changed. The narrative has changed. People used to look at it as garbage, like you're making fabric from garbage, but now people are seeing that you're saving these clothes from landfill, which is creating more garbage. And they're saying, I would rather use this fabric that has been reclaimed from the dump sites, and instead of buying new fabrics. And even the clothes that they made, they're really pretty. I would wear those jackets, I would wear those coats, I would wear all of them. They are 100% wearable, beautiful fashion, and I think we can continue with this, even adopt it to our own, in our own way. We can adopt it in our own way. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did, because I sure did, and it just gave me so much hope for the world. It gave me so much hope for sustainability, and gave me so much hope for just how we can save ourselves from climate change, save ourselves from the mountains of trash we create every year from fast fashion, from cheap clothing, and just gives me hope for the world in general. And we all want to leave this place better than we found it. We also want to leave this place for our children and our children's children. So this is something that we should definitely think about and invest in as Kenyans, as Africans, and invest in such industries where they're reclaiming things that would otherwise be trash and creating new things with them. So let me know in the conversation below, in the comment section. Just let me know what you think about this video, or what you think about this idea of reclaiming clothes and making them new. Until next time, I hope you have a great week. Bye.